Hi, David from Ashton Accounting. We're going to talk about when clients ask me, what's tax deductible? And here's a really good example of what we have to tell them. You've got to follow three primary rules about what's tax deductible. Whatever is ordinary, necessary, and reasonable. These are the three key words. Every so often somebody comes to my office and will bring me IRS publication 535. This is 46 pages long, and you've got to be aware of one of the things that the problem is. This is not tax code. This is interpretation of the physical tax code. You can't use an IRS publication in an IRS audit or in tax court. It's not legal. It's not the code. It's interpretation of the code. If you want to get more in-depth research, every year 4 or 5 of the large publishing companies that do research for tax code come out with these books. You can see how thick this is. It's about 500 pages long, and it has more in-depth research. And when you go into a particular subject area, like in one of these pages here where it talks about depreciation, it talks about in-depth tax research. This is written by both accountants, attorneys, and CPAs. And down here at the bottom, it actually lists the actual tax code that you can look up. This is better, and it's good, and the tax code's what you really need. And a lot of clients go to me, well, what am I going to do? Buy that book and read through 500 pages every single year? Actually, if you're working with a good accountant that's done a lot of IRS audits, you can actually use what we call our chart of accounts. This is a listing of all the different types of expenses that are tax deductible, and we give you the definitions of what we typically use in those categories. These are the words that are actually on the tax return. So this is what we do, but instead of just giving you a list, what we prefer to do is do consulting work. We talk about what is your business, what does it do, how does it make money, and what kind of expenses it has. And of those expenses, how can we deduct as much as physically possible? Here's my little joke. I'm too short to go to prison, so I don't want to do anything illegal. But I want to maximize every last dollar that I possibly can, so I don't have to pay the IRS any money more than what's absolutely necessary. When we sit down with our clients, we go over all the different things. This category is the general one that we go over in greater detail. Instead of you going through the book or downloading all the IRS publications, this one gives you an abbreviated version, but it meets pretty much 98% of all the tax codes. There are going to be some things that are not going to be in our sheet, which we have to give you consulting help with. I want to make sure that you realize that whenever you do tax deductions, you need to have proof. You need to have ledgers, balance sheets, ledger accounts, detailed general ledgers. You need to have bank reconciliations. You need to have proof of the receipts of what all the things have been paid for. We like to give you consulting assistance to know all the things that you need so that your books are complete and they're ready to go. And then heaven forbid, should you ever be audited, we have the proof that we could sustain you in that audit. Audits may not happen sometimes for up to 6.5 years later. You need to have good records now that are being put away year by year by year, and we do that in formats that meets the IRS code. This is important information. You can print this out, you can buy the book, you can take our sheet, and with the consulting assistance that we give you, you'll have more of the information that you need. Because making money is great, but keeping more of what you make, that's even better. Thanks for watching our video.